Well, it's a gorgeous winter day, almost at the start of the new year. So everyone is talking about New Year's resolutions as usual, and most people at this stage in the game are talking about how New Year's resolutions never work and we're basically giving up on them. And I think that is a good sign. I think they're moving in the right direction to where we are starting to understand more about the way we have been conditioned to live and think and behave, and how so many layers of that conditioning or programming or what have you is not helpful, but it's actually detrimental to our health and happiness, and certainly our mental health as well. And this New Year's resolution thing, I think, is one of those, right? Where we have realized that it not only doesn't work, right? Or it's not just that we can't seem to stick to a New Year's resolution, but it's something that brings us great sorrow in many cases. Many of us are sort of downtrodden about the fact that the New Year's resolution thing doesn't work, because when we go into it, we do get this charge of change, of newness, of fresh energy from the new year. And so, of course, we can get kind of activated around the idea of a New Year's resolution, because we do want things to be better. And we do want to change, those of us who are interested in growth and transformation. The New Year's resolution sounds like a good idea. So I think we kind of hate to give it up. And that's why we've continued to do it for so many years. And so, in addition to talking about the concept of the New Year's resolution, I wanted to also offer a solution to the problem of the New Year's resolution. So, my suggestion is something that has worked really beautifully for me over the past handful of years. And that is, so I do a year review, at the end of each year. And part of that includes a review on how I approached my intention for this past year. And my intention is usually 1 to 3 words. And it's not necessarily a prescriptive statement, right? So a New Year's resolution so often is like I'm going to walk 30 minutes a day, every day, whatever. Or it's, I'm going to lose whatever weight, or I'm going to give up whatever vice. And this intention is really just as choosing a word, few words that represent what's important to you in this new year, what you are wanting for yourself, and perhaps more important than anything else, but I say go with your own feeling on this. I think the most important thing to look at is how you want to feel, right? So very often for me in my personal practice, I choose 3 words, and I'll be honest, I have chosen the same words for several years now because they felt so aligned to me when I discovered them in the first place, that I have known every year that I'm getting closer and closer, and this year is the closest I felt. So I will be keeping my words. I love them. So, and those words are based on feelings, right? And so, not necessarily emotions, but how you want to feel, right? So things like confident, right? It's not necessarily an emotion, so to speak, and yet it's something you would describe as, the way that you feel. And, or powerful, right? Empowered, strong, or you can use words like tenderness. What is something that you want to repeatedly return to throughout the year and continue to cultivate throughout the year? That's really the way that I look at this. So it can be one word. We met a girl the other day, and she mentioned, she brought it up, the whole New Year's resolution thing. She said that she was like kind of dreading the fact that she felt like she needed to make one, and yet she And she knew she didn't have to, right? She said, I know I don't have to do it, but I still, and like, I know it's not going to work, and I know I'm going to end up feeling bad about myself. And yet I still feel like I want to do it, part of me wants to do it. And so that's when I told her my thing. And I said, yeah, just simplify it. Pick a word. Pick one word. What is one thing you want to keep coming back to throughout this new year and that you want to cultivate? And she said growth. Simple, right? But yeah, you can absolutely keep coming back to that. Use that as a reminder for yourself along the way. And yeah, work on cultivating growth. It's perfect. So that's my suggestion, is to come up with a word. And I would love to hear your word, of course. So feel free to share it with me in the comments or wherever. And if you want me to give more examples of words, I can do that. I'll give you resources to help you figure out your word or words for the year. But I want to keep this brief. So yeah, good luck, Caroline. I'll leave it at that. But let me know what your word is. Okay, fine. I'll tell you mine. Mine is aligned, radiant, and free. Those are my words. They have been my words for, I think, maybe 6 years now. So, that's what I'm up to in 2025. Looking forward to hearing about your plans and intentions too.